So we were able to Zoom a little bit to talk about Pinky and Rex and the Bully. Let me grab my book, set it over here. But if you weren't able to Zoom with us today, that's okay. Real quick, we'll just kind of talk a little bit about what we talked about in the Zoom lesson. So, today you are reading page 34 through page 40, so that's chapter 6, Nice Pink Sneakers, and chapter 7, A Present. So we're finishing the book. So let's just recap what we've read so far. So far, Kevin the bully has been picking on Pinky. He's been making fun of him for liking the color pink and having the nickname Pinky, for liking stuffed animals, for being friends with girls. And it made Pinky feel so bad that he decided to change all those things, give up all the things that he likes so that Kevin would maybe leave him alone. All right? And giving up his stuffed animals, going by Billy, thinking about not being friends with Rex anymore, not liking the color pink, those weren't changes that he wanted to make. Those were changes that he wasn't making for himself. He was making them to try to make somebody else happy, to try to make Kevin happy. And those changes didn't make him feel very good. And he didn't know what to do about how he felt. So he got some really great advice from the grandmother who lived next door, Mrs. Morgan. And she told him a story about when she was little, she loved painting, but the other kids made fun of her for liking painting. And so she, even though she loved painting and didn't want to stop, she gave it up. She changed that about herself to try to make the other kids happy. And it made her very sad. And even now, so many years later, it still makes her sad. So that was some really good advice that Mrs. Morgan gave Pinky, that you shouldn't change or stop doing things because of what other people think. You should just be yourself and like the things that you like. And if it makes you happy, that's a great thing. And it doesn't matter how other people feel about it, if other people like it or don't like it. It's about how you feel and what you like. That should be the most important. So in this part of the story, we're going to be finishing the story and find out, did Mrs. Morgan's advice about not changing for other people, did that make Pinky want to do anything differently? Did that make him want to start liking the things that he used to like again? Okay. Did it make him feel better about liking the things that he liked? Did it make him feel like he could tell Kevin that he was wrong? Have to keep reading and find out. So some of the vocabulary words that you might see in these chapters are familiar. Familiar means something or someone you know or see often. It's something that you're like, oh, right away I know what that is or who that is. Ignore means to decide not to pay attention to something. If I ignore you, not paying attention. Smirk. So smirk is like smiling in a mean way. So normally smiles are very nice like this. They make people feel good. But a smirk is like a mean smile. Like if someone's like happy about something mean or bad that's happening to you, they might like smirk. Not nice. And sarcastic. Sarcastic, it's when you say something that you don't really mean. It's a way of making fun of someone or something, often by saying the opposite of what you really think. Okay? So if you were not being kind, and I know that none of you would do this because you're all nice, boys and girls, if you didn't like the way my hair looked today and you were going to be sarcastic, you might be like, nice hair, Miss Doty. And you would say it in kind of a mean way and kind of have a mean smirk on your face. And really what you're telling me by saying that in a mean way is you're telling me you really don't like my hair. And that's not kind. I know my hair is a little bit wild and crazy because I haven't been able to get a haircut for such a long time. But I'm trying my best. I got my barrette. And, you know, we don't want to say things that would hurt people's feelings. If you don't like something that someone is wearing or you don't think their hair looks nice, just don't say anything, right? You don't need to, if you can't say something nice, don't say Nothing at all. All right? So you're going to finish the book and you're going to see what happens. All right? Is Kevin able to solve his problem with the bully? All right? And then you're going to do some different pages. So you've got some journal pages and some Blackline Master pages that go with the rest of the book. So our Blackline Master, page 21, all you're doing there is you're looking at the 3 boxes at the bottom that have events from the story, and you're just going to cut them out and you're going to glue them in beginning, middle, end order. Pretty straightforward. Then our journal, page 7, Kevin was so mean to Pinky. Do you think Pinky did the right thing when he stood up for himself? Why or why not? And then and then journal, page 8, what do you think Mrs. Morgan's painting of the bush will look like? Draw it, or something else you'd paint if you got a paint set for a gift. So draw and label. And then Blackline Master 23, friend or bully, it lists a bunch of different things that people can do. If it's something that you want your friends to do, you circle it. If it's something that a bully would do, put a check mark next to it. Then you're going to write down some ways that Morgan is a friend, Mrs. Morgan is a friend to Pinky, and then you're going to write down some ways that Kevin is a bully to Pinky. For journal, page 9, you're going to pick one of Pinky's friends, Rex, Mrs. Morgan, or Anthony, and pick which one you would like to get to know better and why. And then journal, page 10, Mrs. Morgan gave Pinky good advice. Who gives you good advice? What advice has helped you? All right, so who gives you good advice and how does it help you? You can answer that. And then we're all done with this novel and we're all done with our reading novel packet. And then next week we will start a new unit and we'll go back to having a Superkids magazine, right? We do 2 weeks with the magazine and then 2 weeks with the novel. All right, so that's what you're going to do today. All right, so tomorrow, remember, there's no new lessons. You can just use Friday to get caught up with anything you haven't finished. Miss Doty will be having a study hall Zoom. And if you have any questions or you want to double check any work or you want to check in and show Miss Doty your work, feel free to sign up for one of those times. And I will see you then, friends. All right, bye.